2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. For Philadelphia, they come in off a win in their last outing against the Bucks in Milwaukee. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops, too. And, Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is you get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. It's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. The Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last contest, that game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
It wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that game. It was about the role play. I mean, guys who they don't usually count on the lion's share of their points came through.
And the fact it happened on the road in front of a hostile group of fans, that's not easy when you're coming off the bench cold.
Before the action gets going here, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David, what's the news?
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. See if they got the message. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Chris, at the midway point of the season, are teams worried about peaking too early? Is that a real concern for teams?
Yeah, you know what? I never understood the phrase peaking too early. I never understood what that meant. You're supposed to try to win every game you can. There's no such thing as perfection, so you'll never peak.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is out there with Clint Capella. And it's a reason. And it's a small forward spot.
Man, so confident offensively. He's helping dictate the pace-off.
Harden lets up. Shoots it up. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Kevin, even with the D up on him, man, it's unfair. He buries these shots consistently. Harden is just better offense, beating solid defense.
Here's Pettis one. The bodyguard. It's good from long range. The bodyguard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Anderson the screen. Here's Ariza. To Beverly, and the officials into the backcourt violation. I heard careful there. First quarter of play, 1 minute play. This is into Bannister. There's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, first foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
played.
And Harden showing great strides of improvement on D, really doing his best to bother shooters.
Harden sets the pick for Beverly. Harden outside. From outside the arc, scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
It's early, and he's off to a terrific start. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep his foot on the pedal.
Stolen by Beverly. Anderson passes to Beverly. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot, pushing 2.
Well, Beverly's a guy who loves physical contact. He really tries his best to absorb the contact of the shots to draw these fouls. Now, when you take a look at Patrick Beverly, a bit of a late bloomer in that he didn't start his NBA career until he was 24 years old. He played in several leagues in Europe after his college days as a Razorback. He honed his game and won some hardware overseas before deciding to come to the NBA.
Beverly was actually drafted back in 2009, but Chris didn't come to the States until 2013.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how you get to the NBA. It just matters what you do when you get there. Beverly had a few summer league trials while he was in Europe, but nothing stuck until he arrived in Houston. Sometimes it's just about the great situation, the great match for both. He has the game to stick around in this league, so I don't think he'll be leaving anytime soon.
There's the bodyguard. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Milwaukee.
He had 4 steals on the night. He relished being a major disruption on the defensive end.
Here's the machine. Clock at 4. Here's Simmons. Here's the machine. And the shot goes down.
And that's how you fix up the second James Harden. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night. Rockets trail. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Harden kicks to Capella. Back to Harden. Second chance effort, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Not many guys want to get dirty with the color on the board. A very physical player who uses his tough demeanor to gobble up these rebounds.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the free throw, no good.
But when you watch Clint Capella play, you notice how smooth he moves from the center of his size. He gets off the floor easily to contest shots or grab in. He can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time when acting as a help defender.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now the pass to Battisman. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Simmons. Launches it. Passes it to Battisman. Offensive rebound. There's the bodyguard. Pass to Simmons. Here's Battisman. Hands it from downtown. And with the bill and his movement, you also like what does for him in transition.
Don't forget, Capella has that receptive limb too. You don't think he can take off from that far out and get a shot. And all of a sudden, boom, he's dunking right there on your dome, throwing your shot out to the third row for a souvenir for some kid to take home. Oh, you are shocked when he misses open shots like that. The D should be thanking their lucky stars right now.
Up 3 from Simmons. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Anderson the strength. And here's Harden for 3. Another miss by Harden.
No excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Oh, trust me, he's kicking himself for that spot. He knows he should have hit it after that tremendous pick. Gave him the necessary space to do so.
And for the uninitiated, Mike D'Antoni has a bit of a unique offensive approach. Likes, in fact, Chris, to create a lot of chances for his team by pressing the tempo.
Well, he creates a lot of chances and doesn't mind the early shot. He'll go with the underside score to help push the tempo. It's all about getting easy transition buckets for D'Antoni.
The first one falls. Good on goal. When you watch the Rockets play, you can bet your house that they are going to see a lot of free throws. And Chris, not only does this team get to the line, but they also have a tendency to send their opponents there as well.
Well, they do get to the line at an alarming rate. This group has been in the top 3 of free throws attempted by teams for years now. They just know how to create contact.
Philadelphia with the ball after Trevor Ariza just hit the three. And it goes down to 2 points. The Beast's got his second bucket of the night.
And a crafty pass into the lane, perfectly executed.
Beverly dishes to Anderson. He feeds it to Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, Harden's ability to stretch the floor is crucial. We love to see him drop in those perimeter shots.
Here's the bodyguard. Defended by Beverly. Baddest one. Offline with his three.
Bold start to this game for him. A lot of his shots have been off.
Down low. Capella with the bucket.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
And a good indication of that, this would be an absolute battle for the entirety of this game.
Here's the bodyguard. He has 5. And there's the pass to the Beast. And stolen by Ariza. Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Ariza. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Harden outside. The 3. Doesn't go for it. And Philadelphia the other way. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And the last time they faced this club rebounding was their big advantage.
He doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Ariza outside to the inside. Capella. It's going to be 2 free throws. Through contact on the shot. Chris, throughout your career, you spent a lot of time down on the box, and we're seeing less of that now. Those post-ups that were such a primary option when teams' offense. Does that concern you as a good or bad?
It is concerning from this point. Kids aren't being properly coached in the middle school and the high school level. Kids don't know how to play on the post. When you look back through the history of this game, whether it's been guards or big fellas, the post is not about how tall you are. The post is about how the closer you are to the basket, you usually have an advantage. And if you have game, then that pump fake game down there working gets you to the foul line. And if you are a good passer, then it draws the double team. It changes the angle that the defense has to look inside and play. It helps slow the pace down sometimes in the playoffs when the game gets tough and a little bit more physical. And we can say that everybody's changed their game, but only one team wins a year. So, I don't know if the trend is necessarily not there with big guys not in the post. When I look at guys like Drummond, Blake Griffin, Dwight Howard, Horford, Jordan, Zebo, the Gasol brothers. There's still a lot of post players out there, so I don't subscribe to that opinion that it's less on the post. I just subscribe to the opinion that maybe coaches don't want to coach that way because guys have post game. We just have to see if the game will change. The small ball right now is what everybody loves.
Great perspective. Chris, who do you feel is the most dangerous poster with their back to the basket in the NBA right now?
Oh, wow. I'd have to say that DeMarcus Cousins, he's not a traditional back to the basket, but he pivots and still gets that space up there. It's pump fakes, it's up fakes.
Yes.
He's probably the most dominant big man offensively on the block. And also, I think you got to go back to a guy like Zebo. Yeah, he's lost a little bit of his athleticism. He's gotten older, but that's the thing about a guy like him. He's never been the most athletic. So being able to score down on that post is a skill. And Cousins and Zebo right now definitely hold that skill down.
Great perspective. The 76ers trail by 3. Now, here's Sarge. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game to end the run. And so he opens a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Houston in the lead. Here's Brigioni. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And he quotes in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
On the dish to Sarge. He tries for 3. Unable to get that one. And Houston the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, despite the final score being what it was.
Especially since they were in a hostile environment. They rose to the challenge, but just simply fell a little bit short.
And here's Houston. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Brewer, good. And now an 8-point Rocket lead.
You have to at least get a hand up, right? In Brewer's face from outside, he has such a quick pull-up on that perimeter chain.
Kicks it to Sarge. The feed to Covington. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And you like the discipline he shows. Recognizing the size mismatch. Immediately rises up and pulls the trigger.
Brigioni gets from on the units. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Dishes to Sarge. 3-pointer. Good. And Rodriguez gets the assist.
Smart idea. Immediately shoots over the small individual before helping.
To the inside. Beasley, the bench to Brigioni. And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got his first points of the night. The 76ers trail by 7. And here's Rodriguez. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Sarge. Rockets with the rebound.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that.
No, well, listen, product of good, patient offense. Great shot there.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Rodriguez. After Eric Gordon's bucket. Out to the right wing. Puts on a 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Man, fantastic chemistry on that play. You have to admire the themselves.
They set the pick. There's a screen by Monty Eunice. Beasley kicks to Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Rockets lead by 8. The 76ers shooting 47% here so far. Rodriguez passes it to Holmes. Over to the left wing. Big play over for Covington inside the line. Again, Philadelphia.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
Outside Gordon. There's the three. That one, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Feeds to Saric. Pass to Holmes. Run past the arc. Excellent deep there from Beasley.
Shot that he bricked out. That shot usually is money for him.
And Brewer kicks to Prigioni. And it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Chris, you played for 5 different teams. How much does the city you live in and call home matter during an NBA season?
It was different for everybody. You know, it was different for everyone. It was great to go home to Detroit for me because I wanted to live and stay in my city. I wanted to eat my mother's cooking before the game. You know, not many times could I do that. You know, I can only do that once or twice or once a year playing on the West Coast. So, you know, those type of things, being close to your family, you know, if you have younger siblings or children, that type of thing, you know, if you have kids with school they go to, you know, I've seen players take and weigh all those things. But for me, I've just been blessed to play in some great places with great fans. Washington, D.C. was a wonderful place. You know, that city really showed us a lot of love as a young team trying to find our way. And then Sacramento, you know, just some of the greatest fans in the world as well, just embracing us. And they had embraced the Sacramento Kings in so many losing seasons, so that's just who they were. Their character was just that of encouragement, so I'm glad that we were able to give the people of Sacramento what they've been waiting for so long. That's some exciting basketball. So, you know, the cities that you play for are very important. And me as a fan, you know, I still thank the Bad Boys for how they represented the city of Detroit during those years, and Isaiah and Joe Dumars and Bill Laimbeer. So for me, just from a fan perspective, the relationship with the city, the players, is always important.
Well said. Now here's Rodriguez. 8 points his last outing. The 11-footer. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside Gordon. He kicks it to Prigioni. Back to Gordon. The baseline jam. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And Sarge kicks the hole. Passes it to Bennington. A three. Eric Gordon grabs the board. Houston leading by 10. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be on Dario Saric. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
The first one falls. Free throws good from Eric Gordon. 7 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Covington from the arc. And released it in time, but it's off the mark.
And Brewer using his length so well on D. He's just terrific at contesting any shot he can.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Rockets lead by 12. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone. The lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. Quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
And that's why scouting is the job that never sleeps. It's hard to find middle of the roster guys who can make a real difference.
Celtics leading by 12. He's got that as one. He's down there with Simmons. Then it's the bodyguard, and it's the machine in at the 5. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. The shot's good, and that's 10 points for James Harden.
Oh, and that catch and shoot James Harden is unblocked, just quickly shooting off the pass. All you need is just one game of watching James Harden, and it's easy to see why he's such a gifted scorer. He has no problem getting around players and into the team. Pretty much impossible to stay in front of him at all times.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Oak.
Well, guys, we've seen James Harden become one of the most accomplished in the league at drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. And he makes no apologies for his style. He said free throws are a part of basketball. Not necessarily going in there and trying to draw a foul, but if a person can't guard you, he has to foul you. Or I'm going to score every single time. Kevin?
Maybe the toughest cover in the league, D.A. Thank you. No good from Simmons. And Chris, as we know with Harden, it's only a prayer to stay in front of this guy. So crafty, so good, dead-eye shooter, difficult to defend.
And it's funny to think that when he came into the league from ASU, Harden was known mostly for his shooting. He has worked on his handles. Now he has the ability to drive. That's what's pushed him into elite player status.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for Beasley, and Trevor Ariza subbed in for Eric Gordon.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's Pettis one, guarded by Harden, and the best of the beast. Here's Pettis one, and it's the machine with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
It's like they forgot that anybody else is on the floor. They're just going at each other right now.
Well, this is entertainment. Maybe not the best example of great team basketball, but fun to watch nonetheless.
There's the screen. Harden outside. They get a hand on it. The bodyguard passes to the beast. Takes the three. Anderson with the block. That's the baddest one. Here's the beast, defended by Anderson. Launches a 3. The rebound by Anderson.
He just looks off in this one. Can't seem to throw it in the ocean.
It's Ariza on the wing. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston.
And a beautiful two-way game for him. Blocking a couple of shots, giving the opponent something to think about.
4 on the clock. Beverly. 3-pointers off the mark. The 76ers trail by 15. Here's the beast. Drills the 3-pointer. The beast's got 7 points in the game. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Here's Anderson. The Rockets with another miss. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on the bodyguard. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
They set the screen. Here's Capella, and it's denied. Philadelphia shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Pass it to the machine. He dishes it to Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. The 3, pocket 6. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Beverly with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Ariza outside. And stolen by Simmons. Releases. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Battiston. Houston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Now here's Beverly. Harden sets the pick for Beverly. Pass to Harden to the paint. Here's Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his fourth assist in this one. And the 76ers call time here. And Chris, despite his flaws, most would agree that Harden is the clear-cut best shooting guard in the game now.
Well, look, let's not beat around the bush. What we're saying is his scoring makes up for his defense or lack thereof. Now, Harden does bring other skills to the table that he doesn't get enough credit for. He's an incredibly strong rebounder at the 2 spot, and his playmaking is levels beyond other shooting guards.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Oh, well, they have to become more physical defensively and really commit to protecting that painted area.
And here are the numbers for the machine. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging about 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
The 76ers trail by 12. Here's the bodyguard. He has 5. Now the pass to the Beast. And the lead is gone inside. Single digits. The Beast's got 6 in the quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
And Beverly gets to Harden. Back to Beverly. Trying his luck deep. That one no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. And a wide open look for Simmons, offline with his 3.
But they often look to him to provide for them on offense, and he simply isn't getting the job done today.
Now Beverly, he feeds it to Anderson. Out to the wing. Here's Pettis one. He trains the quick shot. Pettis one's got 10.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Harden. 17 points for him last game against Washington. Anderson can't get it to go.
Novoselic there trying to carve his way through the defense, and they were having none.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here is Harden. 76ers getting the bucket. Here's the dish to Beverly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
Here's the Beast. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
What a battle for that rebound there. He did an outstanding job in getting position and hauling that one in.
Ariza takes to Harden. Anderson the screen. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Pettis one. A 24-point outing in the last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
4 steals on the night. He relished being a major disruption on the defensive end.
And he's good on the free ball.
This looks a complete game shootout with all the threes they're allowed.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
machine. Nerlens Noel comes in for the Beast, and Robert Covington subbed in for Simmons. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Prigioni. 8 points for him. The feed to Gordon. Beasley the screen. In the corner. Moniunas with it. Drains it from beyond the arc. Moniunas has got his second bucket of the night.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside. Because as good as he shoots it, eventually the opposing big have to step out on the play. And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
I like that style. Lose 3 points, hit them right back at the other end. That's good basketball.
Beasley with the rebound. Houston's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Off from O'Connor with the three-point shot. The 76ers trail by 4. And that one, good. 15 points for Banisquan.
He was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feel.
Not at all. You can tell his confidence is really soaring as a result. He wants the ball in his hands any chance he can get.
Well, we've got more. Let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. The 76ers, number 1.
And that's the way they have to play in order to win. They've got rebounders, so they've got to go after those second and third opportunities whenever they can.
The free throw drops for Moniunas. Drops both of them. The 76ers trail by 4. The bodyguard passes to Banisquan. There's Noel. Not enough on that one as it misses. Houston's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Got that one up quick. Prigioni's got 10 points in the game.
Teamwork at its finest. Love the extra pass.
Takes it to Noel. There's Embiid, and again it's Philadelphia. Rockets leading by 4. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Strong fundamentals right there. He didn't consider the height disadvantage too long. Instead, he just went right at him and sunk it in his career. In the face.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The 76ers shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Here's a triple. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, real success in three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Here's Prigioni. He's got 13. Beasley dishes to Prigioni. Here's Moniunas. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
get the foul there after not getting it there in the first quarter.
The 76ers trail by 7. As the basketball goes up with a strike. Again, Philadelphia.
So this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive.
Here's Prigioni inside. Polina inside. Knocks it loose. His kicks for Prigioni. Offensive rebound. Plays it in. And the whistle blows is going to be on a bad squad.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
The machines check in for Joel Embiid. Eunice dropped both of them. We got 1:48 left to play here in the half. Here's McConnell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. To the right side. And here's Covington from the arc. Passes it to Battisman. Sinks the triple. Battisman's got 20.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Prigioni, the pass to Moniunas. It's deflected. And Battisman will shoot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And checking out the numbers for Battisman. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 32 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
76ers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of this.
And the first one drops. So he makes both from the line.
Not your run-of-the-mill big man from the line. This guy can stroke.
Prigioni dishes to Moniunas. Feeds to Gordon from 13. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Gordon's got 10.
I mean, he's just been huge today for his team. But how is how shooting? There's no way they have a lead.
McConnell kicks to Noel. Unloads. The shot by McConnell, no good.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Prigioni kicks to Gordon. Beasley the screen. A floater, and it's laid in by Gordon. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
To the wing right side. Here's the machine. Good on the triple. He's got 12.
Absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
And here's Gordon. He's got 12. There's a screen by Moniunas. With 1 on the clock. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Rockets on top, up 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
We got to protect the paint. They ain't racing any easy baskets. That's us communication on front of the post, and we're communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. It's turning out to be a close game at Wells Fargo Center. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy. And then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they had a hard time scoring inside. In fact, their offense was run almost exclusively along the perimeter. A lot of jumpers. It's too predictable. You got to mix it up.
And that'll do it, as the second half is just about ready to begin. Back to Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game. Hey, watch yourself.
Celebrate. You're the best.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Baddest one has been exceptional hit-wise.
We talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Not a role he often gets to play. He has the talent to be a catalyst in his offense. Getting a chance to show it tonight.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Here's Beverly. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza, the athletic wing pair. Clint Capella is out there with Ryan Anderson, and it's Beverly in at the one spot. It's deflected. Simmons with it. And there's a whistle. Goes on the bodyguard. It'll be a second foul at the game.
Really good defensive play to cut him off there and square him up.
Rockets leading by 3. Now Harden. Dishes to Beverly. Kicks it out to Harden. Got a piece of it. Beverly with pass to Harden. Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there to flat out light it up.
Now here's Simmons. The bodyguard passes to Simmons. Here's the beast. The shot was in. And Houston the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Anderson wide open. Gets to the corner and buries it. And now it's an 8-point Rocket lead. And we see the growth of the three-point shooting big man, the stretch four, if you will. Ryan Anderson was at the forefront, it seems, of that movement.
Yeah, especially at this volume. He's never been just a secondary floor spacer. He's a go-to scoring threat with his outside shooting.
76ers have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Baddest ones checked in for Philadelphia. Here is Harden, 13 points in the game. 90 seconds now into the second half. To the right side. Anderson, and he's going again with the bucket.
Well, that's just a great start to the half one. Their offense is clicking, and they have made 3 of their first 4 shots.
Pass to Bannister. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capela's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 20 feet out. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Beverly. 15 points for James Harden.
Yeah, they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Passes it to Bannister. Off Pippen with a 3-point shot.
Shot. He bricked that one. That shot usually is money for him.
It's tipped. And there's the pass to the body. He's a 3-point lead. The bodyguard's got 11 points.
Well, if you want to make a good shooter's eyes just light up, you can just sag off on him.
Harden gets to a reason. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Great positioning on the putback. He's got 11.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive pass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Nailed from 3-point land. Rockets leading by 5. Now here's Beverly. 5 points in the game. Ariza outside. And there's a whistle that goes on the bodyguard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Simmons checked in for Robert Covington. Ariza has the open look, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
A sweet jumper from Ariza. His form is just remarkable.
The bodyguard passes to Bannister. To the middle. To the left side wing. Bannister, the Houston Rockets will put down now to get 4 points with the basket from Simmons.
There's something you can get that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not doing a terrible job there on the D.
Now here's Anderson. He's been a nice option for them offensively. He's averaging more than 17 points a game, and that one's good. Beverly.
And Kevin, when Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Oh, he touched the ball into the cylinder. It's offensive basket interference. Here is Harden. 15 points in the game. Ariza with the bucket. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
Oh, Harden is so good at finding the open man and the selfish superstar who really whips the ball over quick.
There's the bodyguard. Defended by Beverly. They get it back. Pass to Bannister. Here's the bodyguard. And the one jumper up one.
The defense is well aware of how good he is from there and did a great job of forcing that miss.
And Beverly gets to Ariza. He dishes it to Capela. Down low. Kicks it out to Harden. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? You look at the bodyguard, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field.
Well, it's because he's been taking smart shots. That's the reason why he's such an efficient player.
Here's the Beast. 13 points in the game. Drills it from outside. The Beast got 6 in this quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And Beverly gets to Anderson. Beverly dishes to Harden. Here's the screen. Anderson the screen. Back to Beverly. 6 to shoot. Poked away. It's deflected.
Don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. And he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
Here's Harden, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Harden's got 17. Here's the bodyguard, 11 points in the game. This is it to Bannister. From downtown, the wall, 50 screens there. 14 points for him.
That's hot fakes. How about all 5 from long range?
Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the 76ers.
And a lot of shots from long distance. They're trying to stretch out the D and force them to cover out in space. And a lot of times that enables an offense to get some opportunities to attack in the paint.
Now, here is Harden. Defense right out.
He's been unlucky this half after night.
Harden missing again. He had a nice open look right there. And now just a 2-point Houston lead.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Bannister. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the 76ers. Okafor checked in for the machine. T.J. McConnell comes in for Bannister. And Rodriguez is subbed in for the bodyguard. Here's Maniunas. Terrific design on the pick foot. He lays it in. And the Rockets lead by 4.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside of the deep in the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
In the corner, it's Brewer. 3-pointer. James the 3-pointer. Brewer's got 6 points.
You have to extend the defense there, unless you want him to punish you repeatedly from beyond the arc.
Right wing. Three-point Simmons. And a great assist by Rodriguez as that one goes in. Rodriguez has got assist number 5 here tonight. Cristiano kicks to Beasley. Got a piece of it. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for the Beast. First in three-point shooting, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Cristiano kicks the Brewer. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He's got 8.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And here is Rodriguez. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's the Beast. A 3-pointer off the mark. Rockets leading by 6. Gordon outside, and another 3 for Houston.
And Brewer does an exceptional job, keeping his eyes up, always looking to dish the rock off to an open team.
Rodriguez passes to McConnell. Here's the Beast. From 13. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
He is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now, when Corey Brewer first came into the league, he was known as a guy that could play great defense and score in transition. Now, he still does both of those things well, but he's done a good job to round out his game. No longer does he rely on running the floor as his main source.
It's blocked. Rodriguez with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Got that one up quick. And Beast's got 21.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
They're taking any look they can get from there, just making it rain from the perimeter right now.
Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising Kansas see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
That one's in there. And the lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Rodriguez. And with Brewer getting his shot right, it was a matter of necessity. He's still known mostly for his defense, but you know, Chris, he has to be guarded at the 3-line now.
Oh, no offense, defense is toughness, is hard. Every so often, Brewer can get hot, win you a game off the bench. He's scoring
a change for the Rockets. Patrick Beverly is checked in for Pablo Prigioni. Gordon up on top. 15 points in the game. And so he draws the foul on the shot clock. Trip to the line to shoot two.
Shoot two.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid comes in for Okafor, and the bodyguards sub in for Rodriguez. Good on both.
And the free throw shooting has been excellent tonight. And how often do we get to say that?
And the pass for the body. Inside. Unis with the steal. He kicks to Beverly. Beasley dishes to Beverly.
Now has 4 fouls. Only 2 left to spend.
Chris, we know this. Patrick Beverly is known for his tough defense.
I wouldn't call him dirty, but Beverly definitely isn't shy about ruffling feathers or giving a little extra contact. He doesn't care what the crowd thinks. He cares what his teammates think. He'll get tangled up and try to throw you off in your game with punishing fouls, but so what? His work is he is one of the more feared defenders of the point guard position.
The first free throw is good.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
All free throws good from Beverly.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Out to the wing. To the middle. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
76ers have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And the first one goes.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
And the 76ers making a change here. Noel's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And yet just another thing he does well. He just has a certain feel for this game.
And Beverly kicks to Monty. A steal. 1-on-1 here. Pass to the body. To the time. And Eric Gordon pulls it down. Rockets lead by 3. Pass to Brewer. Back to Gordon. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Unis and the open look. No good from outside. The 76ers shooting a show of 60% since the halftime break. There's the dish to Saric. He feeds it to Embiid. Kicks it to Saric. On deep. Sinks it. Look, long from outside. What? Saric has got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Now here's Beverly. He started closer. Gordon the pass to Beasley. Now Beverly. He's got Mount. And there's the feed to Noel. Passes it to the body. For the lead. It's in. He's in for a 6th field goal on 10 seconds.
He has really played to his maximum potential as quarter. What a performance.
And Beverly gets the money. Both loose, but they get it down low. That one a 10 off line to the right, but drops in for it. Brewers got 7 now in this quarter. Here's the bodyguard. A 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And he trains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change in the scoreboard as he on the court.
And smart decision to review that shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. 76ers lead by 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Simmons is out there with the beast. Then there's baddest one. Then it's the machine. And it's the bodyguard in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Free throw line jump shot. And good. And takes a nice bounce off the right line and down. The bodyguard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Philadelphia. Now here's Gordon. Outside, takes a 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got 20 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Stolen by Harden, and here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
Wow, they made every free throw here in the second half.
His run, so he misses both.
Usually that was a trip to the line for him. Rarely do we see it.
Wasted no time on that one. Madison's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers. Gordon dishes to Anderson. And Harden now, top of the key. Anderson with the screen for Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's now 17 points for Eric Gordon. The pass to the beast. Now here's Simmons. Here's a couple. No good from Simmons.
Even though he has been lost in the shuffle, his team remains in front.
Anderson kicks to Harden. Lays it up and puts it in. Harden's got 22.
Oh, man, I really enjoy seeing Harden connect from the interior, showing he's more than just a perimeter scorer.
Now here's Simmons. Here's a cover. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the 76ers lead by 3. Harden outside. Ariza outside. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
The 76ers leading by 3. The bodyguard passes to the Beast. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. A 3 from Anderson. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Oh, you like how Harden spots up his teammates perfectly. I mean, he just knows how to get them the ball in the right place.
Pass to the Beast. The shot. Again, Philadelphia.
Key buckets that we know he delivers down the stretch.
Yeah, he shines when it matters most. They love getting him the rock in key situations like that.
Tipped away. That is one. Passes to the machine.
Shooting for Philadelphia. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the strike. Rockets trail by 4. Harden takes to Capella. There's the screen. High, arcing shot. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Oh, man, Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of change to second half to second chance opportunity.
You have to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
His three-point shot has just been lethal today, and there is no end in sight for this ball.
And it's the machine with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the Johnson. On defense, the 76ers. Anderson the screen. Here's Ariza. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from one ring.
Passes it to the machine. Here's the Beast. Capella covering. Here's the machine. It's rebounded by Houston.
Yeah, awkward shot there. I mean, creative on the leaner, but the D just made it too difficult for him to convert.
And here is Simmons. Here's the Beast. Offensive rebound. Here's the machine. Oh, that one had the light spin on it, and it is good. The machine's got 19 points.
Just creating havoc for the opponent the last few games.
He has been unguardable. No one has been able to figure him out.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Indeed, he's checked in for the machine. And it's Rashawn Holmes in for Simmons. Anderson the screen. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass and make sure it didn't get through.
Great resolve there on defense, allowing nothing easy.
And so it's Houston with it. 4-point game. Clock at 6. From deep Harden. Houston gets it back. Capella. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Eric Gordon.
Big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on the defense.
Embiid is at the elbow. Shot from front. To the left side wing. Here's the body guard. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Feeds it to Harden.
Wow. And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just cannot quantify.
I'm going to quantify something right now. This is a close game, and that's something special. Special thanks to Kiel for that sweet Kiel slam cam replay. To the paint, deflects the pass, and Embiid with the steal. Down low, and Embiid throws it down.
He thought he was incredible timing on that alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down. And so here's Houston. They trail by 3. Everybody with the ball. Anderson outside. This is the Harden. Beyond the arc. That shot is off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's the next one. Open on the triple. It's trailed by 3. Harden dishes to Capella. And Embiid with the block. From deep 3-point range. And the pass to the body. Stolen by Harden. Teardrop shot. And it's good on the way. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Now, come on, you gotta love Harden, especially when he's destroying defenses in this moment.
The bodyguard passes to Embiid. Here's Banis one. Here's the bodyguard. Offline with his 3. Anderson kicks to Beverly. And the jam by Harden. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime on this one. It's been that kind of a game.
The bodyguard passes to Banis. Number 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Banis one's got 14 points now in the second half.
This has been an amazing display, a true crowd-pleasing performance for him. I mean, and it's helped get this team to lead.
Here's Harden, and Houston again with the bucket.
And he is one cool customer, guys, isn't he? Every possession magnified down the stretch, but he's been ready with only 1 miss against his 6 mates.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Drills it from outside. And that's now 37 points for Banis one.
Just a tremendous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range, just in a groove now, and that trade has been deadly.
Ariza kicks to Beverly. He dishes it to Capella. Embiid with the steal. To the left wing. Here's the bodyguard. Top to Bijan.
Right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, and he beats it all the way, has that slide foot away, so you have to be mindful.
Have to like what we're seeing from Banis one.
This, for him, incredible. His 3-point shot is just unstoppable right now. The D cannot give him any space, so he's going to continue to burn him.
some changes here for the 76ers. Sarge comes in for Rashad Holt. And Rodriguez is subbed in for the body part. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. The Machines check in for Philadelphia. Noel comes in for the Beast. And he can't hit the second. The 76ers leading by 5. Stolen by Harden. To the middle. Got a piece of it. 76ers on the break. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And with the game in the balance here from the court, he's been practically 6 of 8 from the field, providing them with some big goals.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That will get him his 4th foul of the game and give the bonus. We'll head to the line for 2.
Love the aggression that Harden plays with. This guy just goes all out.
And both free throws good for James Harden. And so here is Philadelphia. 6-point lead. Sarge has it to the Machine. Charity strike shot. The shot's good by Sarge.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
There's Noel.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skill to pull that off.
He's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Harden gets to a reason.
Scoring from everywhere. His jumpers, driving the side, from beyond the arc, at the free throw line. He does it all.
Outside for Rodriguez. For the team. And it comes off the perimeter rim. It's trailed by 8. Harden dishes to Beverly.
From Beverly, he's so good at hitting these important shots.
Rodriguez inside. Pass to Beverly. To come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Rodriguez against Beverly. He gets it back. There's the 3. Gets it from 3-point line. He's got 43 points.
And when he gets his points within the flow of the offense, that efficiency has helped them build this lead.
102 left to play in the final quarter. Takes the 3-point bomb. And that's now 35 points for James Harden. Now Rodriguez. And that's the bonus one. Assist by Rodriguez as that one goes in.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Horrendous defense right there. Does the defense know who they're leaving wide open? You can't do that with him.
second to between Chuck Lindsey.
And really, with every point that this going on, it seems that they're just closer to finishing this game.
I mean, well, come on, don't they look super confident right now? They just have to control the pace of this game, and they'll be in awesome shape.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Here's Pettis one. Guarded by Hurt. Rodriguez outside. The basketball is and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Tonight, Montague.
Philadelphia with the ball. Here's Pettis one. No good. So the 76ers win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. From both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Now, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Weber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present our Jordan player of the game, Saddest one. He was red hot in the second quarter. The defense ran several guys at him to try and stop the bleeding, but his aggressiveness was simply too much for them to handle.
Unbelievable, man. And when this guy's got it going on like that, it's a pleasure. I mean, just a pleasure to watch him play. I'd pay to come see him, even though I don't have to.
His long-range game was off the charts tonight. Three-pointer's always a pretty good weapon for him, but whew, it was devastating. He had the defense scrambling like crazy.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. See you again soon.